Baseline. We're talking about life after death. Now, this is an impossible story. All right. So, what do you take? What are you saying about eternal life? I mean, you believe. So, Ellis believes it's a mosquito life.
We can break all the laws we want.
The eternal life is only two ways. It's only two ways in life. The eternal life is heaven or hell.
Oh, come on. Oh, why would you create a place like hell? If we're God's children. Look, I have a child, and if if she could like massacre 1 million people, and I would still love her. I would still love everything about her. I mean, I wouldn't. And like God is supposed to be our like Father, and He creates a place like hell, and we burn forever. I mean, that's an insane God. I would never do. I mean, I would never persecute my child. That's crazy. Come on, you don't believe that.
Listen to this. The hell was.
Come on, because Ellis believes in mosquito world, right?
The hell was making for that.
Oh, that's silly. You know that's silly. Come on.
No, you are repeating what somebody just told you.
No, it's not.
I find that so difficult to believe. I love you, and we've talked for about an hour about this, and I believe in afterlife, and I believe that our energy is spared somehow, and that we move forward. But a place called hell that you suffer for, and number one, if I was in a place for eternity, I'd get used to anything. All right, let's face it. I don't care how hot it is. I can live forever. I'll get used to it. Because it's kind of a joke. I mean.
Hey, it's forever.
But Jesus.
But that's ridiculous. I mean, then I would just come. I would build a couch made of fire.
In hell for 1,000 years. And this
No,
is
he's-
over
he's going
This
deep.
is 3,000 years ago, and he was only in hell for 1,000 years.
No,
What? You never.
No, he was.
No, this is just eroded into
He's in the
nonsense.
He was
This is.
only in hell for 1,000 years.
Oh, come
and
on.
Now he walks around.
Who are you talking about?
He did his time. He served his sentence.
You don't get it. What do you get?
God
You.
gave Lucifer a sentence, 1,000 years in hell, and then after that he was.
Well, you would get a parole hearing from hell. I mean, what are you?
I did not write the Bible.
All right, you got to go do your thing.
I did not.
You know what I'm saying, though? I mean, come on. I mean, no one goes to hell. That's crazy. That's, if there's something else after, it's going to be benevolent and wonderful.
Look, this thing. Hey, the hell was making for the devil and his angel. But who is the prince of the world? The devil. All of this is belong to him
What?
because Adam gave it to him when in the Garden of Eve. He gave it to him.
Sure.
So now who rules the world? The devil. So whoever sees and make
What is the devil?
make
The
adultery.
devil lies. And the
Whoa,
devil-
whoa, okay, so I agree. I agree in everything. Everything makes sense. But the afterlife thing of the jailing for, come on, let's get over it. That's a little bit too much of a deterrent. You know what I mean? Really, seriously, that's a nuclear war deterrent. It doesn't exist. It's there just to scare the fuck out of everybody. Come on. Otherwise, we'd already been blown apart by fucking mushroom clouds.
But hey, Jesus wants us
Oh.
to say.
How can you say what Jesus wants? I mean, for God's sake.
Well, he makes sense. Jesus, I mean, if a guy walked around named Jesus said that, he would make sense. He would
Jesus
want.
love you.
Of course he would. Why? Otherwise, we wouldn't give a fuck about it.
Hey, he came in this world and gave his own
Right.
life.
I totally believe. If he walked around, it's cool. I'm with it. He wrote a book.
So he died for you.
Jesus
He
would
died for
never
you.
allow somebody to sacrifice their imagination and intelligence.
Totally.
Simply
A lot
so
of
they
this
could-
was bad
simply
writing.
So they could say that
No, I'm
Jesus
way with
would
you.
do something
No, I'm
good.
way with you.
If
A lot of
we
it's bad
come-
writing.
If we come
Yeah.
to Jesus Christ with a clean heart, hey, he take us.
Agreed. You're the man. I'm with you. Hey, I know you got to get your stuff done.
Amen.
Thanks for talking about it. This is important stuff.
All right, buddy.
Hey, so this is religion at baseline, man. This is really important. You're the rock, man, all right? You know what I mean? And really the discussion is, come on. I mean, if Jesus existed, awesome. You know what I mean? He was a cool guy. Sure, he got fucked. So did Malcolm X, so
It's not
did...
about Jesus. This is about people afraid to say what they think. And only repeating the
I know,
exact
I
same
know.
thing
You get
that
tired of
they've
hearing
been
this.
told.
But how else are they
They are
supposed to
afraid-
learn
they
about
are
it?
afraid-
How else are they supposed to learn about it? How else are the unwashed masses supposed to learn about it?
make them
They have to.
afraid.
It's gonna sound like the same shit you've read. Of course, they're not gonna fucking make it up on their own. And this is the point. It's a very difficult, slippery slope. when you begin to criticize people that are really on the edge of understanding, but then you say, well, you sound like you're just mimicking stuff you read. It's an easy way to criticize each other that slows down our progress. This goes right to the idea of the American Home as Companion, that we are a society that cannot accept loss. There's a very obvious point. Ellis brings it up very clearly. This guy was very cool, very religious. Again, I disagree with his position on hell and afterlife. I think it's obviously nonsense. It's obviously nonsense. And if it's not, then God help us all. We were born under an evil God. Otherwise, this is Religion at Baseline, man. We're all going to be saved. It's all good, man. Don't worry. Come to Baseline. Join us.